Alright, we can get started. We're gonna leave the playlist going here. Alright. So, first off, I want to talk about what the hell this thing is. So this is a device. It lets you play PS2 games with actually, maybe I should use the playlist with less vocals here. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, so this is a device that lets you play PS2 and PS1 Bimani games with modern Bimani controllers. Thank you, Shinji, thank you. Yeah, I'll let you know how it is at the end of the stream, Sigma. I'll put up the review on YouTube as well. Probably just the ending, but if I have time, I'll put up the whole video. So what was I gonna say? Now, obviously, this is on real hardware. You can see the PS2 controller cable there on one end, and then the USB on the other end is just for the lights. So you hook in the USB part for the lights on the controller, and then the actual plug goes into the PS2. And then where the box is that connects them both, you plug into your USB Bimani controller. It's compatible with any DAO controller with Infinitas mode, the GITALLER, the 2DX Premium controller, which is a Konami controller, the Poppin 2021 Premium controller, which is another Konami controller, and then in a future update, the Konami Guitar Premium controller and the 2DX Professional controller, which are both Konami controllers as well. Now, it isn't compatible with controllers that have like Arkans in them, or older DAO controllers, those sort of things, the Easy Max, all that stuff. So in order to use those, you're gonna have to figure out something else or wait for an update. Okay, Okapi. So my 2DX controller does not work. I did update the adapter because there's an update out for it, and it didn't work with my Arkin Real Edition Double. My Real Edition Double has 2 Arkans in it rather than a DAO board, so it's a little bit different from your normal DAO controller. Let's see, was there anything else I wanted to go over here? Oh yeah, so the cost of this is 29 US dollars plus shipping, and shipping for me was $30, so you're paying around $60 for this thing. So this is kind of for people that either have a PS2 setup with a CRT, or a PS2 with an upscaler, or PS1 with a CRT, or PS1 with an upscaler. You don't really want to be using this, you know, with a lower end experience, because you're not going to have a good time. This is primarily just for upgrading controllers, because it's hard to find things like the old Konami ASCs for Guitar Freaks and 2DX. And they are not as good as, you know, current models. They got some issues to them, although I've heard the Guitar Freaks one is very good. So, what I'm going to do tonight, we can switch over to the gameplay thing now. Turn that off. The way that I'm doing this, I am running this through the RetroTink 5X through frame lock mode, which only adds 2 milliseconds of lag. I'm not using triple buffer mode, which adds about a frame. I am also using my audio receiver, which is a little faster than getting the audio from my computer for music games, but it's not quite as good because I'm using headphones, there will be a little bit of audio lag on my end, so if my timing is a little bit off, you'll see that. However, if I'm not using headphones, the audio receiver is completely lagless, which is really cool. So yeah, I don't have very much lag in this setup, despite it not being on, you know, a CRT and TV speakers or whatnot. But we'll get into it. So I have 6 Guitar Freaks Drummania games here. I technically have 7. I have Drummania First Mix. But in order to play guitar on that, I have to go into session mode, and I'm not pulling out the old drum KOC just for that. So we're gonna test in order. This is backwards chronological order from release. V3, Masterpiece Gold, Masterpiece Silver, V, 3rd and 4th, and then 2nd and 3rd. And there's a reason that I want to do multiple games, because when I was testing the adapter a couple days ago, okay, I noticed that it was having issues with 3rd and 4th and 2nd and 3rd. It would not read the controller. So if that is still an issue after the update, I'll have to contact DAO about it and see, you know, what's going on. But hopefully with the update they work. The update does not technically fix it, it fixes some other things, but we'll see. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna get warmed up, okay? And then I'm gonna start testing, and I am like first off, like the first thing I'm gonna be doing is playing on the BE2PS, okay? With the GITALLER. I'm going to warm up on it, and then once I've tested the stuff that I want to test, I will switch over to the KOC. And we're gonna do this for every game. I won't have to warm up for every game, just this one. So you're gonna see me going on and off camera a lot to switch controllers and to plug in the KOC or switch games or whatnot, okay? So it may take a little bit. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention, just in case anybody else knows this, with Masterpiece Silver, I believe there's a glitch in the game where the game doesn't read inputs quickly enough unless you have an analog controller, like an analog DualShock 2 in the second controller port, or another guitar controller in the second controller port. So right now, the DualShock is hooked up to the second controller port. So I do know about that glitch. I will be attempting to avoid it. So here's the checks I'm gonna do. If you have more to add to this, please let me know. But this is all that I could think of. We've got basic compatibility. Does it work in menus? Do the buttons work? Do start and select work? Does picking work both ways? That sort of thing. We've got normal play, which is, you know, can I downpick and can I alternate? Then we've got what I'm, you know, mostly worried about, hyperpicking. So the old Konami KOC will drop inputs when hyperpicking. Hyperpicking is, you know, 16th notes generally above 215 or 220 BPM. So songs like Driven Shooter are number 1, IMI, Concertino in Blue over there, that sort of thing. So we're gonna try and find a song with hyperpicking in every game. If we can't, that's okay. There should be one close in almost every game. And second and third, I don't think there is one, but everything else there should be. Actually, second and third has Classic Party 2, so it should have one. No, wait, that's Cosmic Cowgirl and something else is extra stage. Say What You Mean is extra stage. So maybe it won't. We'll see, we'll see. And then the final thing that I wanted to test for the controller was wailing, both delayed wailing and held wailing. And what those are is delayed wailing is when you wait after the wail indicator comes up on screen for like a half second to a second, and then you wail. And then a held whale is when you have a lot of whales come up and you're just holding the controller, the guitar in the up position, okay? And they all go off. Now, held whaling does not function at all with any controller in Gitadora Kona state. It's supposed to, but because of the way the game is programmed, it does not work. So you have to whale for every single whale. I'm kind of used to that now, so it's gonna be a little hard to test that for me, but I will figure it out. And then we're finally, when we switch controllers, we're gonna do a timing comparison between the GITALLER and the JKOC. Okay, and this is the little dinky $50 JKOC that you can get. I don't know if it's still like USD 50, but it's probably under 100 still. Which I have used for over a decade, and it still works fine. And yeah, Sigma, I still have almost all of the boxes for my old KOCs, and I still have all my old KOCs, so we haven't sold any of them. Although, maybe with this, I will sell one of my guitar controllers. We'll see. The other one is Shannon's. And then once we do all that, I will talk about my conclusions. But we'll get there once we get there. Alright, let's actually get started here. Sorry for taking so long. If you do Destroyer Alive, make sure you either have a CRT or an upscaler, otherwise they're going to be very laggy on modern screens. So that's an imperative thing to think about. Oh yeah, 4K will add even more lag. Will add even more lag. It's because the TV does all the scaling itself, so it's kind of a pain. Alright, I am switching over to the right channel here. We'll start warming up. I do want to show off a few things that I found out in V3 very recently. It's pretty cool, but we'll get to that once I'm a little more warmed up. So it seems to work in menus. The start and select buttons on here are switched for the guitar controller. So if you get one of these and you're wondering why you can't hit start, hit select. The start button is the select button. The first mix on MAME. Huh. I have a Guitar Freaks V8 cabinet that used to be a Guitar Freaks second cabinet. I don't have it with me at the moment. It's at a friend's place, but I do own one. All the buttons seem to be working. This is a song that I've been talking about in my other streams that has the really, really, really weird video. I'm using a capture card. This is off real PS2 hardware and an upscaler. should test the held whale.
Stage clear!
I don't really use emulators, so I wouldn't know. This is... So the device I'm testing right now is specifically for PS2s. You wouldn't be able to use it on a computer at all, so... Let's see, what's a good... Honestly, this is probably good for alternating. The held whale seemed to work when I tried it on the last song. We'll see if I can do some delays this time. Ah, that ending. So delayed wailing works fine.
Stage clear!
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm not sure if they'd work. I know that 2DX issues have a lot of trouble in emulators still. I'm not sure if PCSX2 is the best emulator for it either. You might want to check what's available. Because there might be some stuff that's good for certain games and ones that are better for others. Alright, we'll play like 2 more, and then I want to start, I'll show off a couple things on V3, and then we will do the hyperpick test and timing test. Still not warmed up. Okay, yeah, held wing definitely works. Well, I got the hardest part. Whew. Hey, Regen.
Stage
Also,
clear.
thank you, Coil TwitchBot, for the 100 bits. Alright, what did I say? One more, and then I'll,
Select the music.
show off something cool that I found the other night. Let's see if I can get in the timing window for these 16ths. I feel like I only have to hold the controller at like a 40-degree angle to get the whales too, whereas with the KOC, I remember having to whale much further up. Damn, I think that's a tie. I think that's a skill tie there.
Select the music.
Yep, tie. Okay. Alright, so let me show off something real quick, and then we'll do the last couple tests, and then we'll switch to the KOC.
Free.
Oh, not free. Hold on. I need to go to battle.
Battle.
So, I've been trying to... It's crackling on the game? Hold on. Let me check on my end. Give me a second. It sounds good on my end. Is anybody else watching having, like, crackling audio issues? No? Okay. Yeah, I checked my, I turned on monitor output just to make sure. Yeah, it might be mobile, I don't know. But it sounds fine to me. Sometimes it has issues. What do you call it? Sometimes this was with my previous capture card, though. It would have issues if I switched games during the stream. But this capture card hasn't had any issues with that yet.
Guitar. Select the music.
Okay, so one thing that, what was I saying? Oh, to unlock this game, you have to play a ton of battle mode. Which I've been doing. And I hit double S skill, in battle mode, which is something that I don't know if any other American has done. Like, I'm sure somebody in the Western Hemisphere has done it, either on guitar or drums. But as far as I can tell, I'm the only person with record of it being done. So if you're in S-Class, you get a red background while you're playing, which is like extra stage. And if you are in double S, you get a green background while you are playing, which is just like Premium Encore. Or Encore Extra, or whatever you want to call it. Also, the computer is really good at comboing and terrible at scoring. No. I think I can still win on Venus. We'll see. It's gonna be close. Yeah, it's gonna be very close on Venus. Okay, we still won. We still won. Just barely. Sorry, I had to get a drink there.
Full combo.
Think we won?
You lose.
We lost? What?
Lost the battle.
I thought I won. Okay. Oh, we're still in double S. Anyway, that's kind of how battle works. I need to get 100 wins in order to get the final title for
Select a
battle
music.
mode. There's other titles that I need, but I'm not going to go over them right now. Okay, so let's test what's left. Hyperpicking and timing. And then we'll switch controllers.
Guitar. Select a music.
Okay, so for hyperpicking, we want this right here.
Green.
If I could manage to hold a combo on these streams, it's probably working better than the KOC is. I was able to hold a few the other day. I'm not going to play this whole song, I just want to demonstrate. Oh yeah, working beautifully. Okay, so let's switch controllers here. We're gonna fail out of this one.
Stage failed.
Or, no, we gotta do the timing test still. Yeah, we gotta do the timing test.
Select a music.
Okay, so for the timing test, in this game, I'm gonna use, Wall Street Downsizer. Usually I get pretty close to an EXC, although if I mess up the the long, alternating parts, it's gonna be bad, but we'll see. Pretty easy. I think the 2 greats I hit were also
Stage clear.
early greats, not late, which is good news.
Full combo.
Alright, so we're gonna switch the controller here. One of the issues I have with the BE2PS is that it's a little too big for the controller slot. It, like, really hugs in there. Like, it fits in there properly, but it's, like, a little too thick for it. So, give me a second. We're gonna swap it out and immediately do the timing test on the same song. Okay, I am just about ready here.
Select a music.
Well, let's see if I can get the same type of score on this controller. Theoretically, this controller should lag less because it's native PS2. Oh my god, the KLC moves around so much, it's so light. Pretty close to the same score.
Stage
I was a
clear.
tiny bit late on moving the fret, in that last part, which is okay. Essentially, that should be like one grade, because I got 2 plus the miss in that last section from the mistake that I made. So yeah, I'd say it definitely passes the timing test on this game. We're gonna test this with
Select a music.
the other games, so give me a second. I'm gonna save just in case there's anything to be saved. And now I am going to plug the GITALLER back in to the BE2PS, and I'm gonna switch over to Masterpiece Gold, okay? So hold on, everybody. Okay. Masterpiece Gold. I don't know what the timing test in this is gonna be. We'll figure it out.
Masterpiece Gold. Free.
Okay, so we'll go into free. I think I remember what to test.
Guitar.
The start and select are still reversed, so I'm guessing that's going to be common
Select
between
the
all the
music.
games.
Extreme. Bass. Open kick.
Okay, that works. What do we want to... Trying to think of what... Get It All isn't bad for, alternating. It's gotta be better, though. Orbital velocity is good for it. Oh, we can do this. So this song is good for a lot of stuff. Slightly higher speed downpicking and also alternation. Oh my god. The timing is so different between games. I almost forgot.
Failed.
So we gotta get used to the timing on this now. It is earlier than V3 is.
Select a music.
Oops. And that's not the controller being earlier. That's definitely the game. You're gonna see with V, I think, as well.
Select
It's
the music.
very early. Okay, where were we? Timinagra.
Bass. Open kick. Extreme.
And make sure the effector works once we get into the song. Yep, effector's working. Hi, Staba. How are you doing? Thank you for the compliment.
Stage clear.
Okay, so I checked delayed wailing. I checked alternating. We did downpicking.
Select a music.
Okay, so what else do we need to check? We need to check holding the whale. I think just Jet Coaster Girl we can do that on. We need to check hyperpicking and timing after that. Your arms are broken? Really? Are you just tired or are they actually broken? What happened? Here we go. Oh shoot! I didn't hit it. Hold on.
Stage failed.
BMS? Okay, okay. I was worried. I thought your arms were actually broken. I hope it was a good session, though.
Select a music.
Okay, so let's try this again. We'll try and get the held whale. For those 4 whales with the open picks. I just hit them wrong this time. Yep, easy.
Stage clear.
Okay. So held whale works. Hey Jake Mo, how are you doing?
New record.
Somehow got a new record on that? I don't know how. So let's try hyperpick now. Good, good. Glad you're doing okay.
Select a music.
Alright, so I gotta find an appropriate hyperpick song. Concertino in Blue is good, but it's kinda like... Well, DD4 might work. We'll see. It's either gonna be DD4 or Concertino, probably. Because I don't know if there's anything else fast enough in here. Swimmers has a fast part. It's not that fast, though.
Bass. Open pick.
Okay, yeah, I think that's our go-to. It's gonna be, what was it? Model DD4. Senior year of college, nice. I hope you have a good senior year. I hope you're able to sign up for the courses that you need and or want. Okay, coming up here. I'd say that's good enough. I didn't get any dropped inputs on the easier part.
Stage clear.
That is good enough for hyperpicking for sure. Better than the KOC is.
New record.
Big raise on that.
Select a music.
Okay. So, now we do the timing test. Not really sure what to use. I mean, we could use Vitalize. Could also use Puzzle. Puzzle's pretty easy. There was one other one. Sunflower Girl's pretty easy too. Mint Candy Citrus Stop is kinda easy. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. So we'll test our timing on this. Okay, please clap for me, because I'm not clapping here. Oops.
Stage clear.
Alright. So let's see what we got, and then we will switch controllers and see what we get after we try it on the KOC. So 116. One of those was a big mistake, so we'll say 114. Alright, and one moment, let me switch to the KOC again. Kind of a pain doing this every time. But I want to be as thorough as possible. Okay, let's try it with the KOC.
Select a music.
Oh, you have to bring it way up to hit the whale.
Stage clear.
Interesting. So, I think the misses were just because I didn't remember how the chart went on the GITALLER. We still got 2 greats in this, which is about what we got on the previous one. So I'd say we're still in the same kind of ballpark here. Really really close feel. I can't tell if they're different. It doesn't really feel like they're any different in terms of timing. So but we're gonna find out. We're gonna test. What's next? We got Masterpiece Silver next, and then V. And then we'll try the games that were giving me trouble after that. So give me a second here, I'm gonna switch over again. Okay, Masterpiece Silver. Okay, so let's see here.
Masterpiece Silver.
Menuing seems fine so far. Thank you for gifting the sub, Okapi. Jankmo, enjoy your emotes and your sub. Okay. So let's see how this is gonna go.
Select a music.
Let's find something with some alternation and a little faster down picking.
Extreme. Base. Open pick.
This is probably good. Good to know, copy. Good to know. I saw the effector working. Okay, so alternating and downpicking seems to work just fine. No problems with the buttons. Thank you for all the sequence, thank you. I love him so much. He's such a good little kitty. Okay, so what else do I need to check? Oh, I need to check delayed and held wailing. Okay, we can do that. I know a song for that. We can do show business. Show business. That's what they say at the beginning. Okay, delay wheeling works. Okay, that didn't have the constant wailing that I thought it did. You're gonna have to find another song for that. I gotta look through the list. I don't remember what song would have it.
Select a music.
I don't feel like there's any in there. Don't think there's any in here either. Could be wrong about that. Maybe Rock in Paradise? No. What the heck has it? I don't know. Does Lovely Merry-Go-Round have it? No. I remember it doesn't. I think we're just gonna play a song and hold it up the whole time and see if we end up getting all the whales.
Bass, open pit.
I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for me to pick like this with the guitar held up, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, I think it hit all the whales in there, holding it up the whole time. I'd say that works. Okay, next we have Hyperpick. So we gotta find a song with hyperpicking in it. I don't remember what has it in this game. I don't even remember if V has any hyperpicking, but we'll take a look. I feel like Masterpiece Silver should. It should have some. I mean, technically this is hyperpicking, so we might do shining. I don't think any of this other stuff has it. Oh, Cries in the Wilderness does. Long, though. But it is more consistent, which might be the key here. BE2 has some faster picking, but I don't think it's as fast as I need. Yeah, I think we gotta do Cries in the Wilderness. God, it's been so long since I played this song. You're gonna see the rust here. Either that or you're gonna see me, like, destroy my old score. One of the two. Also, this is a long version, so it's gonna take a bit. I'm sorry. The last, like, third of the song is the hyperpick section. Same Zol train. One too few there. Ooh. Okay, seems to be working alright. Alright, is this the part where the guitar mimics the vocals? That part is really cool. I think it's here. Oh, not yet. Not yet. I think it's here. Right? Oh, not yet. Okay, here we go. Well, it's hard to tell because I got offbeat in the ending there.
Stage clear.
Let's try the beginning of Shining real quick. So what happened to my... Oh no, it's good. It's good.
Select a music.
Actually, it seems like it's too low down. Is it not? I wonder if it changed its, no. It's on over. Interesting. Okay. So let's go to Shining real quick. This is like the ultimate test for hyperpicking.
Open pick.
It is very, very fast. I think this is 320 BPM 16ths. It's the fastest picking in the entire series. Yeah, that's as good as I can hope to get on that. So we'll call that a win there.
Stage failed.
We will call that a win. Okay. Timing test.
Select a music.
Last one for silver. You know I have to do it. Favorite song in Bimani. We'll switch to the KOC after this. Falling behind. And that was all me.
Stage clear.
Okay, so let's switch over. Give me a second here. Okay. I think we're good. So one more here, then we'll switch over to V.
Select a music.
So there is an almost imperceptible difference in the timing, I think. It is very, very, very close to being on par with the KOC in terms of timing. I would argue it's still better to play with the arcade controller and the BE2PS than the KOC. But we'll see. We gotta test the other games here. So let's save. And then we'll switch over to... what's next? V. V is next. Alright. One moment, once again. I know, thank you all for being so patient. I know I have to do this over and over. So after V, we will get to the games... Oh, make sure I don't crush the cable there. After V, we will get to the games that I'm concerned about, to say the least. Which are the early ones. Second and third and fourth do not work with things like swap magic and those types of things with the US console, so that's already an issue. And then the controller was not working when I checked the other day. However, I have upgraded the firmware, so we'll see if it works now. Or I may have missed something. Who knows? Very possible I just could have missed like an option or something to turn it on.
Select a music. Bass, open pick, extreme.
Okay, buttons work correctly. We'll check and make sure the effector works once we get in the song. First song I want to play is Funky Sonic World.
Extreme. Bass, open pick.
Has a lot of downpicking and a lot of alternating. Okay, Hell Dwelling works. I think that's a new record. Ooh, I got one delay wailing in there, but I could not test for more. So I'll have to try another song for that. What did I have, 73 before? I gotta check, because it doesn't tell you if you get a new record, I think, in this game.
Select a music.
Yeah, 78. Well, that's a new record. Okay, so let's test delayed wailing. What can I do that on? Probably this. Also test the effector. Okay, delay wailing seems to work. Okay. Yeah, delay wailing works, held wailing works, buttons work, alternating down picking. We got hyperpick and timing left. Let's find a good hyperpick song. The only one I can think of is Panasonic Youth. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Under Control is close. Under Control is close. But the problem is I'm not going to be able to hit the streams in it. That's not hyperpick. That's not hyperpick. Oh my god, I forgot Liar was in this game. That only has one very short hyperpick part. This has no hyperpick. This is really hard. Oh, maybe it's not fast enough. I don't know, Panasonic Youth feels faster than JJ Road. That's not fast enough. I feel like this does have hyperpick in it. I don't remember though. Going Up has a little bit. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try Hitori Bochi, Panasonic Youth. Actually, no, we're gonna do this. Going Up. What is the other one? Oh, Under Control. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip Under Control. We'll do this and we'll do Going Up. As long as I can hit the hyperpick sections, it's gonna be better than KOC. Seems pretty good to me. We'll try going up just to make sure.
Select a music.
Wow, this is an 80? Are you serious? Why is this an 80? The alternating has gotten better. Seems pretty good.
Stage clear.
Alright, so now we just have the timing test. Just have the timing test left.
Select a music.
Why am I tired?
Bass, open pick.
That might be a choice. See what else we got here. Trying to avoid licensed songs so I can put this on YouTube. We'll see if I manage to do it. Yeah, okay. Let's do looks. I think looks is pretty good as an option here. I have excellent this before on my cab. Obviously not on this game. You don't see the max thing there. Told ya.
Stage clear.
Told you I had the EXE. Oh. Well, at least we got one on stream, right? With the BE2PS. Just cool. Very cool. Alright, so let's switch controllers to the KOC. See if I can replicate it. Okay. KOC prepped. See if I can do it again.
Select a music.
I bet you I can't. If I get early grades, that'll be telling. But we'll see. Okay, those are brain parts. That one was a brain part too. Yeah, I think if I replicated my performance, like, I think they're literally exactly the same on here. Literally the same. I feel like Masterpiece Silver, it was a tiny bit different for whatever reason, and I'm not sure why. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna try the potentially problematic games. We're gonna do Guitar Freak's 4th, Germania 3rd. I am going to intentionally plug in the BE2PS and GITALLER before I even turn the console back on, so that the console recognizes it as a special controller, hopefully. And we'll see what happens. Oh, I forgot to put myself back on screen. Well. Oh well. I will be right back. Just in case anybody has questions, I am using real copies. I'm using a real copy of 4th, 3rd, and 3rd, 2nd. And I am using original Japanese PS2 hardware. So there should be no way that this is a hardware issue. Hold on, I forgot to grab the controller. Moment of truth. Oh, start works. Oh no. Well, this is what I thought would happen. Start and select work. Oh no, don't save it! Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna try something real quick. We're gonna plug in, I'm gonna try re-plugging in this controller, and then we're gonna plug in the KOC. So yeah, KOC works. I'm not sure why this is the case. It might be because the BE2PS is intentionally sending the signal that the controller is an ASC. Oh my god. Like that it's an official ASC, which weren't around when these older 2 games were around, unfortunately. Oh, that stuff is wild. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh wait, we need to do guitar too? Okay. So the chances that this works, that the other controller works on 3rd, 2nd is very low now. Well, we're gonna try it anyway. So give me a second, I will switch over to that game. I think I'm gonna leave the KOC in just to see if it works. Alright, so probably the same thing's gonna happen here. Assuming that's the case, I will give you all my thoughts right after this. Right after we test the BE2PS again. And then I'll send an email to Gamo2 afterwards to let them know that this is messed up. I should probably be thorough and test Dromania as well. I will do that after the stream. I'm not going to mess with all that setup on stream because it's a nightmare. Yep. So, KOC seems to be working fine in menus. So let's switch over here.
How to play.
Oh my god, is it
Press the
working?
matching-
Oh, no. That's not right. Okay, well I can at least move around with this one. Kind of. So let's see what everything's mapped to. Assuming I can actually get into a song. Oh, not lefty. Not lefty.
Select music.
Uh-oh, here we go. Why are we on bass? Oh no, we're not on bass. Okapi's favorite song? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Hold on. I want to figure out what everything is mapped to here so that I can tell them what's wrong.
Select play mode. Normal. Select.
So Wailing Up is mapped to red. Let's try and land on something easy. Okay. So Wailing Up is mapped to red. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. Start and Select are fine. Green is mapped to Pick. Pick and Blue don't seem to be mapped to anything. Well, Pick is probably mapped to, like, up. Okay, so there are issues here. There are definite issues here. It might be possible to figure out how to get it to work, but it seems very difficult. Okay, stop. There's no chance of me landing on the right thing there. Okay. So yeah, I guess I will call it on the testing there. So let me set this down, and then we'll talk about it, okay? Okay. So, get some music going here. Let me switch back. Hold on, y'all. All right. Okay. Hopefully we don't get any stuff that's gonna mess up YouTube uploads or anything. Okay. So the BE2PS. My thoughts on it. Maybe I can show my notepad here? Let's do that. Hey, it's there. Okay. Pros. Allows for usage of modern controllers with older console B-Money games. Almost complete parity in terms of timing with KOCs. Let's see. Unexpensive if you can get a discount on shipping somehow. And just in general, it feels a lot better to be able to use an arcade style controller on a modern, on a older version. Cons. Expensive shipping to US. Need a lagless setup to fully appreciate it. Oops. Which requires a CRT or upscaler. Small market need. Not many people are still playing PS2 mixes these days. What else we got? I'm gonna say almost imperceptible amount of lag, if any at all. Better than going from a PS2 plus CRT setup to modern arcade versions. I should say still better. Because there is a very slight amount of lag. I think Dow claims that it's less than 1 millisecond. I think it's more like 2 or 3 on a few games. It felt like 1 or 0 on some, but like on Masterpiece Silver, it felt like it had 2 to 3 milliseconds more lag than the KOC. It was like almost impossible to tell. In fact, I should probably just leave that off. I don't think anybody's gonna be like that much of a stickler about it. We can specify how much it was. It was $30. And this really isn't supposed to be here anyway. This is more like my personal feelings. Cons. Oops. Issues to work out still. At least in terms of GFDM mixes. Third, fourth don't work correctly. And I assume VM. Well, yeah, we'll say that. Let's see what else. I think that's it. Is there anything else you can think of? I feel like that's a pretty good list. So personally, I like it a lot. I do think... Oh, you know what? Pro. Modern controllers often sidestep issues that KOCs had. Hyperpicking, for example. Got nothing? So, personal feelings. I'm not going to write it up. I'll just talk about it. So, I think that this is a great device if you already have the setup for it. If you have a CRT and a PS2 or PS1, or an upscaler with one of those consoles, you will definitely enjoy having a better quality controller functioning with these games. A lot of the KOCs and ASCs that were designed for the PS2 are just outdated now. There's better designs out there. You can get better controllers. Like, you're just going to be better off looking, you know, at newer stuff. And it's going to last you longer as well, rather than buying a used controller, you know? I mean, I've had my 2DX controller for 19 years. And I know it still works, but it definitely has its issues. So yeah. My old KOC. Let me add. Could use more custom controller support for Arkans, USB Mani. What are the other boards? I know there's other boards, I don't remember what they're called. Although, that can probably be... The people who actually mess with the board could probably figure that out in order to get it to work with the BE2PS, which would be really cool, but I feel like that's not their priority. Yeah, I do think it's a little bit expensive with shipping. I think $60 is a bit too high. I would say like $45 with shipping would be a really nice price for this thing. It's really good. I have noticed my scores have gotten way more consistent on average. Oh, I didn't even turn the music back on. I noticed my scores have gotten way more consistent on average, and I generally just have a better time playing harder stuff with the GITALLER and the the BE2PS than I do with the old KOC. Because the KOC's pick is just not good. Yeah, if you have a controller and the setup already, or you have the setup and you want to get a controller and you get it with the controller, you're saving on shipping, and it's definitely worth doing. I guess I can put that as a recommendation. Is recommendation 2 Cs? I feel like it is. Recommendation. I should say if you have... Let's say that first. And... a way to sidestep display lag. Buy the BE2PS with a new controller. If you plan on getting one, to save on shipping. Stay up to date with firmware updates as they come out for both controller and BE2PS. That's something I didn't mention. So you have to get if you have a GITALLER, make sure you update it to the latest firmware, because if you don't, it's not going to work with the BE2PS. It's a recent firmware update from, I think, like late last year that adds support for it. To ensure compatibility with as much of the classic money library as possible. I think that's good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's a pretty good recommendation. Okay. That's pretty much gonna be it. If you all have questions, please feel free to ask them now. I'll wait like a minute before I move on. But that's gonna be the end of the stream, and I'll go and test out Drumania in session mode and see if I can figure it out, so that I can let Gamo2 know what's going on with the controls. Also, sorry, I didn't realize I'm covering you all up. You can read the pros and cons there. It should tell you everything. Like, pretty much everything I tested worked fine, until we got to 3rd, 4th. So, Guitar Freak's 4th, Drumania 3rd, and Guitar Freak's 3rd, Drumania 2nd did not work with the BE2PS and the GITALLER. And I think it's because... and this is just a prediction, but I think it's because Konami put out their ASC during the V era, so they had code for it in the game ready to go. Whereas those older games that came out years before that, there was no Guitar Freak's ASC. It was just the KOC, and I think what the BE2PS is doing is it's taking the GITALLER and it's sending a signal that it is a Guitar Freak's ASC rather than a Guitar Freak's KOC. Now, the other thing it could be is that it's sending a signal that it's actually a PS2 controller, like a DualShock, in which case they're gonna have to figure out how to set the inputs for those older games because they're different. Yes, correct. So they already had issues with, I think, Poppin' and 2DX, which they updated the firmware for a couple months ago, so I'm sure they'll be able to fix it. I just need to let them know what's, like, exactly what's happening. So yeah, it's just those 2 or 3 older titles that don't work correctly, which, I mean, it kind of sucks because Star Amuse Long is in there. Star Amuse Long is the reason you play Guitar Freak's 4th, Drum Mania 3rd, but yeah.